I'm gonna wait about 10 more minutes. Yeah, if everybody can put these sounds in, um, I need to get a count of how many people done got their duns, and whoever haven't gotten their duns situated, I need to help them get their duns done.
Yeah.
I got one or two people um, what that we're gonna get done, get them, get their duns this weekend.
Okay.
But if everybody can go ahead and be ready to at least submit their Sams to by Monday, sure we'll be in the game because some people Sam's gonna come back um, before
Quick.
those 10 days.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It may come back within a week.
Yeah. Hmm. But then they can't. Well, nobody can do their search until the Sam's come back anyway.
Yeah.
But while we're waiting on the Sam's to come back, everybody can be getting affiliated with all these sites. Where get
Yeah.
familiar with all the sites and be doing their capability statement before the Sam's come back.
Correct.
Hmm. But um, yeah. Shit, they got a lot of money finna be coming out though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So next month.
November.
Yeah.
Yep. This month right here they getting scorecards.
Okay.
Yeah, they getting scorecards this month to see how they scored. Hmm. Shit, a lot of companies, they for 2020 going into this year from last year, a lot of contracts they was able to get in on.
Oh, for
You
real?
yeah, uh-huh. You know where to go look at them scorecards at, right?
Uh-uh.
Let me show you right quick while we waiting on a few people to get on. Okay. Um, share screen. So you see this? It should be on the web page now. Y-
I don't see it yet.
Oh, hold on. We'll wait for a few more people to come on. But um, so this is the one you want right here. Well, that's subprime right there. But then this one right here for 2020 will be the overview. So you still able to see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for 2020, but you'll see that this is the data that was collected as of February the 22nd. You see that up here?
Yeah. Yeah. For 22nd.
Yeah. So what this does is this is a government wide performance, and the ones that's up there is the prime contracts, um, the prime contractors, which is the big ones like the Lockheed Martins, all them, North,
Okay.
all those type of companies. But so every year, the government has to, um, the government gives this money out in contracts, and then these companies have stipulations as to where they're supposed to spend this money at. And then the next year, the SBA do a scorecard. score them on those activities. So um,
I bought cherry.
let me see. For 2019.
All off.
Okay. So for 2019, they achieved it. But okay, for 2020, they was doing they were shooting to at least give 23% of these contracts to small businesses out of all the money that they've been getting. They achieved that goal, and they achieved that goal by giving out 26.02%. But where you got the women-owned small business, huh?
I ain't gonna say.
Okay, look.
Man,
Where you got the women-owned small business at?
come on, you and Nez go down there and get
Failed.
my tablets out the trunk of my car.
Let me see. They
Come
failed
here.
ability to be able to give out the 5%. The goal was 5%. So they only gave out
In
4.
the trunk. You had to go to the trunk. I'm finna give you the key.
Let me see.
What key?
I do.
And what don't?
And
Huh?
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 if you go ahead and mute it,
You need to be finding out where you
Yeah,
put
I
them
don't
at.
know how to do that.
all right, you go to participants.
When you go downstairs, check and see if his keys in the door.
Do what? Yeah.
All right, you gonna go to the participants
Y'all
section.
gotta come on with that no now.
And
Man, go and get my tablet. Let's go, man. Put shoes on, stop going out the door with no shoes on.
Oh.
yeah, that's it.
Okay. But anyway, that's what I was trying to show you. That this is the scorecard for
Okay.
anybody else who want to know. We won't probably get for 2021 as to whether or not they achieve. Now, another thing you want to look at is you see that right here. They scored an 8. Their scorecard was an 8. So some people be like, well, damn, they achieved, they did what they supposed to do. Yeah, they got a scorecard of an A, 109%. But what about this right here? For these hub zones, they was trying to meet the goal of 3%, but they
Yeah.
didn't. It came in at 2.44%. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing for the women-owned small businesses. Last year, they didn't meet their goal of 5%. It was 4.85%. See, but yeah, but anyway, let me go ahead and get
Get started.
yeah, get started on that. But that's how you go. That if you want to look at the scorecard, um, that's where you want to check that out at.
All right.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me go back. I'm gonna give them a few more minutes, Ed.
Okay.
See, next week I'm gonna be doing. Well, supposed to begin with um Darren on sending everybody this. It's gonna be this thing set up with texting because everybody don't be checking it. I don't even check my email like that. People don't be checking it.
I know it.
You know what I'm saying? But um, so yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead on and get started because I know other people probably got some stuff to do too. But so, but it's recording though, so they're gonna be able to see it. You know, for everybody that won't be able to see it tonight, they'll be able to see it anyway. But anyway, um, can everybody see this? I assume you see that, Ed?
Yeah.
I
y'all
can't
it?
see nothing.
That must be Tawana. You can't see nothing for real, Tawana?
Nothing. I got a black screen. I see you. I saw Ed one time, but I see you now.
It
But I
should.
got a black screen. Yeah.
It should.
Come on, baby. You're making a noise. I'm in class.
You on your phone or your laptop?
On my phone.
Let me see how you do it on your phone. I don't know. Let me see.
I had to scroll
I
up or
was
something.
able. I had saw it at first, but I don't see it now. And last week I was able to see everything y'all was doing on my phone.
Yeah. You might have to scroll up or something. That's kind of strange.
Let me turn it and see.
Yeah.
You might have just dialed in by phone, joining by video.
Well, I'm gonna hang up and then come back in, okay?
Okay.
Just make sure you click to join by video as well.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right.
Oh, well, I gotta get back in there. Where I'm at now. Wait a minute, I gotta get out. Hold on. This thing didn't even hang up. Hold on.
There might be a red button that says leave somewhere in maybe the bottom right, upper right, somewhere on the phone. May have a little red button that says leave.
Okay, let me get back in there. Yeah, okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, next week I'm gonna do the thing. I got somebody else that need a thing. So
I see it now, Demetrius, and I'm finna mute again, but I see it.
okay. All right. All right. Okay. You see the screen? You see it? You see it? It's still up, Ed?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and go on because I don't want to hold some people up. But this is very important right here. Okay, how everybody doing tonight? We're gonna make this kind of swift. Hopefully everybody has gotten to this point right here where they at least register. Where they've at least enrolled so that they can start taking the course. I sent out some more coupon codes because they went up on the pricing on the courses day before yesterday. I think that's when it was. And I didn't want anybody not to be able to get into the course. But so I want to go over a couple of things. I'm not going to really stay long on it because this is part of the course at the end of the course. When you take the course, you want to try to knock that course out going into this week so that we can be on time for the certifications, as well as being able to everybody being able to go ahead on and get their SAM submitted. It's a few people was hung up on the SAMs. One of the things that is probably going to be a trick to everybody. I'm gonna have to point out tonight. But matter of fact, let me go to that SAMs first. What I did was I did step by step everything from the SAMs. And I used one of my companies that I'm not planning on using SAMs for at all. I just deleted it after I finished it. But it's step by step when it comes to the SAM. This is very, very important if you want to try to get any type of government contracts, unless you're going to try to get those ones that's 10,000 or less, then you won't have to be registered in SAM. But this right here is very important. Everybody should have gotten this in their email. I want to say a couple of days. It might have been yesterday. I think it was yesterday when I finished this and got it sent out. But I sent out one before a few days ago. But this one right here is step by step because the other one can be a little bit confusing. But so the first thing you're gonna be doing is going through there. You're gonna put your email address in. Then it's gonna ask you to go and verify your email address. Once you go and verify the email address, then it's gonna ask you, of course you're gonna log back in and confirm your email address, and then put your password in. This is one of the things that's gonna be important. You wanna do the phone verification because if you do this backup code, they're gonna give you 10 codes. Then, if you don't keep track of what codes you're using every time you log in, it's gonna make you burn your codes. Then you got to go back and get 10 more codes from them every time. If you do these backup codes, it's hard to even get put back over here for the phone. So it's best to make sure you got a phone that you can receive the text codes from. Then every time you log in, you're gonna have to have that phone to get that code to get in the SAMs. If you know that if you feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna have a different number, then you want to make sure you upload the number that you're gonna have, or at least delete that number before you try to go into SAM again. Because if you say, for instance, you got registered in SAMs and then tomorrow you got a whole new phone, you ain't gonna be able to get in SAMs now, because if you got a whole new number. And the reason for that is because they're gonna be sending a code to that phone that's in their system, and if you can't get that code, then they ain't gonna let you get in SAMs. Now you gotta call SAMs to get somebody to help you get in there, and they're gonna want you to send all type of verification of who you is before they let you in that account. So that's important. and of course your number gonna go there. This stuff right here is long as you got this right here, you're gonna be able to complete the SAM. You ain't gonna have no problem because it's step by step. I'm talking about every screen. I screenshot every screen as I was going through this, putting your information up in here. You can do a role request. I don't never do no role request. I always skip that and go to something, and go right on into what I'm going into. Once you get to this page right here, then you want to click register your entity. You're gonna come here to this core data page, which is your overview. You're gonna scroll down and you're gonna click continue. It's gonna bring you to this part right here. When you get to this part right here, of course you're gonna click business or organization, what type of entity that you're registering. This is important right here, this part where it say while you're registering this entity to do business with the US government, you want to choose the one that's up at the top. Which is, I want to be able to bid on federal contracts or other procurement opportunities. I also want to be able to apply for grants, loans, and other financial assistance programs. And then you're gonna click next. Right here, this core data, purpose of registration right here, it's just letting you know your purpose of registration, which is all awards you want to be able to put in for all that. You're just going to click next. You're going to put your DUNS number in, your legal business name. When you say legal business name, it means your business name just like it was registered with your IRS. If you got LLC up behind it, you want to have LLC behind it. That's really what it's supposed to be for a legal business name. If you are LLC, S Corp, C Corp, limited partnership, or whatever, then you're gonna put your information in here. I would advise you for this information right here, I would advise you to put your information in exactly the way it is on your Dun & Bradstreet. Like when Dun & Bradstreet emailed you your DUNS number, they're gonna have your business name the way they have it listed, as well as they're gonna have the address. I would list it just like that, even if it's a little bit different than what you got with the Secretary of State. You see how Dun & Bradstreet has this on mine? You see how my legal business name is McGill Company Inc., but here they have McGill Company, and then doing business as McGill Company Inc. Those are the differences that I was telling you about, which is right up here, where it say for that legal business name, you're gonna want to have it exactly the way Dun & Bradstreet has your legal business name, so that it can pull up, because otherwise it's gonna say your DUNS number is right, but the information that you put in does not match, and they're talking about that name. All right, of course you're gonna put the year your business started, all this and that. Right here where it says create a MPIN, that MPIN is like like a code for you. And a lot of times when you get ready to log in on different government into their database or into government sites, they're gonna ask you what's your MPIN number. It's like your personal code, so that they can know that this is you that's logging into this account. See, so you want to remember that MPIN code. When you put that in, I would take me a picture of my phone or something. I done forgot a couple of mine before. It'd be hard to get them. It'd be hard to get back in it without it. Unless you're doing on this part right here, that tax identification, the taxpayer identification number, this is that verification that they're gonna do with the IRS before you even get into SAM. This is gonna be one of the first alerts that you're gonna get back when registering SAM. It's gonna tell you whether or not you passed this verification or whether or not you did not pass it. Some people that's probably doing it or did the SAM or gonna do the SAM probably won't pass it, and the reason for that is because they may some people are doing business up under their as a sole prop. They may have doing business as a DBA with another name, but they're doing business as a sole prop. So they're going to be using a social, and right up there where it say TIN type, tax identification number type, it's going to either be an EIN or it's going to be SSN, which is for the Social Security number. If you got a business and you got an EIN number, you want to click EIN and put your EIN right there. You're gonna click save and continue. Here's the part that's very very important. And I don't know why they haven't changed this, but it's been like this for years now. And this was one of the things that kept me from wanting to do sound. That's why I always paid Wallace to do my sound. I'd rather just pay him. But right here is very very important. This area right in here, I mean, you're gonna put your address right here, but you see where it say name of individual executing consent? This little area right in here. You would think that they talking about you as an individual. That's what you're gonna think. So the average person gonna put their name, and then below there they're gonna put their title of the individual executing consent. If you do that, I can almost guarantee you 110% you're gonna fail that test. That you're gonna fail the IRS verification. And the reason for that is because they got the way they got it worded. I don't know why they haven't changed this, but where it say name of individual executing consent, that has to be the business legal name, just like it is on that IRS paper. And then you can put your consent, which is going to be, the title of your individual, which may be whether it was CEO, whether it was president, or whatever. But this is what's going to get a lot of people jammed up right here. That's why I wanted to make sure I go over this tonight, because some of y'all gonna be doing y'all SAMs. If y'all did do this and put y'all name right there, you probably would have gotten an email back today. If not today, you're gonna get one back Monday saying that your IRS thing failed. Only thing you do is just log back into your SAMs, go straight over to the area where it's gonna cover the tax, the IRS part. You're gonna come right back to this area right here, and you're gonna fill it out again. But where it say name of individual executing consent, you want to put the business legal name right there, not your name. And everybody would, I failed so many times, didn't know why. And to me, it was very frustrating, because I was like, well, maybe they put this shit here so that, people won't be able to get in the SAMs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I actually spoke with someone who worked with the IRS, and they was like, man, we don't know why they haven't changed it. It's very confusing, and a lot of people just give up after they fail so many times. They put the information in, they don't go through, and it's a wrap. They don't even try it anymore. But the business name is supposed to go there. So keep in mind that if you did it and it came back as a failure, then it's gonna be that reason right there. The rest of it is pretty easy. Going into it, you see how I had to put it right here. For mine, McGill Company Incorporated, CEO, it go just like that. And then of course you're gonna put your title, however your title is on there, whether you're president, CEO, more than likely if you got an LLC, you're gonna be president. Right here where it's talking about the cage code, does your entity already have a cage code? Most of them gonna be no. Only way you would have had a cage code, you would have had to already have been in SAMs. Now, if you was in SAMs before and your SAMs expired, then you would still have a cage code. Your cage code won't expire, but the SAMs will. So if you was in SAMs and you just coming back through here to update, your SAMs, then you'll click yes, and then you'll put that cage code right there, and then it's gonna open up all your company information. All this stuff right here, I can fill in from the last time it was before, and you'll just verify it. That's gonna be no. That's talking about does your
Hello,
huh?
I'm sorry. How long does the application remain open? What is the expiration time? Is it 1 year or 2 years?
1 year. Yeah, this
I'm
registration.
sorry, can you hear me?
I,
Okay, so if it has the same time, it'll be this time next year that I gotcha.
okay.
She's breaking up.
Yeah, but okay, but hey, she was asking how long the registration lasts for the sales, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's 1 year. But they usually gonna let you know that that you close to expiring about 2 months 2 months before your expiration is. Yeah. Um, but oh, for this part right here, does your entity own or control does another entity own or control the entity that you registering? Most everybody answer gonna be no right there. Uh, are you a successor or to anybody else that had a federal contract or grant within the last 3 years? You know, most everybody gonna put no right there. Um, some people may get confused right here um, when they see that part about grant within the last 3 years. Um, don't think that they talking about no PPP because that ain't about no. This right here is a grant. The PPP was a loan. I had somebody hit me up and said, "Man, I told them yes because I got a PPP loan." I said, "Nah, you ain't gonna be looking for that. That ain't talking about a grant." But anyway, yeah. So you're gonna be no. But if you follow this right here, just about every detail as you're going through this, the answers that I got here probably gonna be somewhat the same answers that you're gonna have, you know, for your company. Uh, Here, it's probably gonna be women-owned business. If you're a veteran, you're gonna be a veteran-owned business. You know, you want to put that in there. Uh, Most of them for profits. You got a non-profit. Few people got non-profits or whatever. But anyway, you want to go ahead and put your your economically disadvantaged parts right here. Right in this area right here, you're gonna be putting all your banking information in. Right in here. That's gonna be no for then everybody. This area right in here, that's gonna be about the same. You wanna right here, you wanna make sure you click this square right here. This right here puts your entity in the non-sensitive information in the SAM public search engine. That's all their databases. If you don't click this, then you won't be in that SAM database. And in that SAM database, it's covering so many different departments, like 4,600 government agencies rely on SAMs. So you want your information to be in there. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you click that. This right here is like verification. You know, you're gonna go in and verify. All right, this part right here is what I wanted to go over with you guys when it comes to those NAICS codes. When you get to this area right here, in this for the NAICS codes, you can add as many NAICS codes as you want. Whatever you add up here, it automatically drops down right below. These are the ones that you're going to be selecting. You can do as many as you want. You can go up there for that search for the NAICS codes. You can put your keywords in. When you put your keywords in, each one of these is going to come up. These different little areas right here are going to come up. For this one right here, I think I chose security guards and patrol services. The reason I chose that because going into 2022, they're gonna be doing a lot of building. The government is gonna be doing a lot of building and stuff like that. They're gonna be looking for gatekeepers. They're gonna be looking for security guards. They're gonna be looking for all that. So I know a bunch of guys that's securing clubs and stuff right now that I can just say, hey man, you want to go work on a contract during the day, that I can actually put them out there on, so even if you don't do it yourself, you know you can get somebody else to do it. You want to make sure you add those NACE codes, even if you don't do it. You know, don't close the door on yourself. I added so many NACE codes, which, you know, I'm not going to use this company that I use here for Sam's, but I got so many NACE codes from my other companies, you know, but I just use this company to go through as an example, you know, because the other companies that I got, they already in Sam's, and I wouldn't have been able to go through this part with y'all. But so you want as many NACE codes as you can. You know, if you got a cousin and he paint, shit, you want to throw that up there. Anybody do janitorial? Shit, we learned how to do janitorial when we were growing up. You know, having to keep the house clean. But any of that, you know, all those NACE codes, you get to add as many NACE codes as you want right in here. This is where it matters at right there with Sam's. Down here is where you're gonna do the PSC, which is the products and service codes. You can come in. You see they got stuff here. Lease and rental of warehouse buildings, lease and rental of troop housing facilities, lease and rental of family housing facilities. If you're in the real estate business, or if you got family members who is into the real estate, I think Miss Sandra, she was up in my hometown. I think she was in the real estate for a while. But if you got anybody that's in the real estate, or you got anything like that going on, or if you feel like you can't find this type of stuff, huh? But so you want to list that type of stuff. You know, government may post something that they're looking for. Oh, for example, man, damn, the FEMA posted a bid not a few weeks ago. They posted a bid looking for someone to provide them with hotels. So somebody went and got it. I don't know who it was, but I seen somebody accepted the offer. FEMA had like $100 and some thousand up for somebody to go find hotel rooms for those people in Louisiana, not for the people who was victims of the storm, but for FEMA employees to stay. So somebody went and found some hotel rooms, and they got their money. You know, of course they're gonna pay the hotel for the rooms, and then they're gonna keep the profit. You know, so that's where all that stuff right there come from. Those products and service codes. You know, being able to provide a service. You can put as many of those as you want to, same as where it was up above for the NACE codes. As you add, it automatically drops into this area right here. You know, right here, this worldwide, it's annual receipts and stuff like that. Some of y'all won't even have that stuff right there. But somebody going to buy some jewelry, ain't it? But anyway, oh, Brittany. But anyway, this annual receipt right here, some of y'all stuff may be zero. Number of employees, you want to put a projection. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it too low. You don't want it too high. Even though some of y'all company may be just getting started, you know what I'm saying? But you still want to put a projection of how many employees that you may have available should you get on a contract or something like that, you know. And then it's also projections for keeping you on as a small business, so you can put that accordingly. This is for that EDI. Most of y'all are gonna put no right there. It's gonna ask you to go on. Oh, right here, very important. Do you wish to be included in the disaster response registry? I don't know nobody who should say no, because this is opportunities for any disaster. Whenever a hurricane comes, tornadoes dropping, whenever you trying to get any government contracts or whatever with FEMA or with the government to go do cleanup or any of that, if you didn't click yes right here, you won't get one of them contracts. And then you want to drop down here and make sure you click where it says any state, meaning that any state where there may be a disaster response, you want to be able to go, you want to have an opportunity to go and get those contracts. Those are big contracts. Shit, FEMA paid 289. They paid 289 this year for an operator. $289 an hour. That's for a man operating a Bobcat. And then you turn around and pay that man $50 an hour for operating that Bobcat. You know, of course you're gonna pay workman's comp and all that kind of stuff too, but you're still gonna profit over $100 and some an hour for every hour that operator put on the clock. But yeah, so you want to make sure you put that. When they say, does your company require bonding on government on bonding to bid on contracts, you're gonna put no, because you know it doesn't require that. This right here is a review of all the NACE codes. These are NACE codes that I put in right here. Okay, you have. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Let me just go back up here for these NACE codes. You have to click a primary. So it's gonna ask you. Yeah, it's gonna ask you in here. It ain't gonna even let you leave this area without you putting a primary NACE code on there. That'll be your primary. So you know, it's like you got a lot of things you know how to do, but you got certain things you're good at. So the things that you will be good at is what you're gonna put. That'll be your primary.
But I had a question. You were talking about having to pay workman's comp. Do we have to have that type of insurance before we can bid?
No, not before you bid. You know, most of these government contracts don't require you to have workman's comp unless you got over 4 or more employees. You know, but even when it's time for you to get your workman's comp will work off your invoices.
Will this class cover that? We've tried to bid before when they were building the casino here in Atmore, and you had to have some type of workman's comp insurance or something, a bond or something to be able to bid.
Yeah, that's
and we kind of got a little trouble with that.
Yeah, that's a surety bond.
Yeah, we weren't sure of how to go about doing that. You know, what is it? How do you do it? Will we cover that in this class?
Nah, not in this class, but that's pretty. That ain't hard to do right there for us, like being able to get bonded, you know, to go on there. I'm gonna tell you this right here: the workman's comp, the insurance, getting insured it ain't gonna be too hard to get insured to go and work on the government property. You just want to make sure you got at least $1 million general aggregate insurance.
And you can go through any insurance company for that.
Yeah, or bonding agency, any of them. You know, you can get that. And it ain't too high either, you know, for getting that. But when y'all was trying to get the contract out there, at the Wind Creek, right? That's a reservation out there. Yeah, see that wouldn't have been a government project.
Okay.
Casino, yeah, that's gonna be a tribal private organization right there. So they can require you to have whatever they want to require you to have when it comes to that kind of stuff right there. But yeah,
any bonding agency, like just Google bonding agency, or we were trying to get insurance. We just didn't know how to go about getting bond insurance or workman's comp insurance. We just don't know how to.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah. See, years ago, oh man, that's been a while back. Years ago, those was 2. You had to get bonded and you had to go get insured. Now you can do it all in one package.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it all in one package now. It's a lot cheaper when you do it in one package.
Do you know any companies, like you don't just go to State Farm or you know are there? Is it any insurance company, or you know who do you go through for that?
Yeah, you can Google them. You know, even some of the insurance companies that be insuring those truck drivers. You know, those 18-wheelers. All of them gonna be able to do that. You know, but let me see. I'm trying to remember who it was up Yahweh. I want to say it was. I want to say it was something like Keller. I'll find you some people though. It's a whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta tell them what kind of package you want. You know, most of all government contracts, the most you probably gonna need is $1 million general aggregate insurance. You know, now what you pay is gonna be based off of, like, say for instance, workman's comp. your workman's comp may be a little bit higher based on the craft, the work that your worker is going to be doing. See, if I got 20 people working and they're going to be doing janitorial work on the inside of a building, going in there cleaning or whatever, the chances of them getting hurt is slim to none, right? But if I got 20 workers who's going to be building on a 10-story building, oh, now my chances of somebody getting hurt shoots up a lot higher than it would be for somebody with janitorial.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, I'm going to pay more to ensure my people who are there working on this person's or this government's property than I would if I had those 20 people for janitorial. See, the more risk your employees take, the more you're going to pay in workman's comp, because workman's comp is an insurance. If the more risk that your people are taking every day to get hurt, they're going to charge you more because they know then, hey, we got to kick out if this person get hurt.
But if we get a contract, we don't necessarily have to have that insurance.
You want to have it. They'll tell you when you get there. They're going to tell you what they require you to have prior to then. See?
Okay.
But none of the government contractors is going to tell you anything about workman's comp. They're only telling you what type of insurance you need to have your people and your vehicles on their property.
Okay, and I think that's where we got messed up. We didn't know how to go about getting the requirements that we were supposed to have in order to do the job, and got caught up with some insurance people who really weren't selling us the right insurance.
Yeah,
We got caught up in something when we were bidding and thought we had a job and thought we had insurance, but it wasn't the correct insurance.
Yeah. They're gonna, like, whenever you bidding, they're gonna tell you in the solicitation what type of insurance you need to have, and most of it gonna be general aggregate insurance. They'll tell you they want you to have 1 million general aggregate insurance to cover your people when they coming on that property, and then they'll tell you may want to have $200,000 worth of liability insurance for vehicles, in case your vehicle come out there and run into a fire hydrant or something like that. You know, they'll tell you something like that. But $1 million general aggregate insurance can just about get you on any government facility, a nuclear power station, working on a nuclear power plant. You only need $1 million general aggregate insurance out there. You know.
And that's for 4 people, four employees, right?
That general aggregate insurance gonna cover, you know, your company period. The 4 people is for their workman's comp. Most companies will only require you to have workman's comp when you got 4 or more people working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you could email me a list of trusted insurance agency.
I entered, please check the chat. I entered some information.
Okay, thank you.
Based upon what he said, but you'll have to go ahead and do your own legwork as well.
Okay, thank you so much. I see it.
Most welcome.
Thank you, Natasha.
You're welcome.
But anyway, yeah. So, let me go. All these NACE codes. Yeah, for the NACE codes, if you look at mine, I got NACE codes. You know, quite a few NACE codes on here. In different areas, a lot of areas that I wouldn't be skilled in doing, but you really don't have to be, you know, to do this type of stuff. It's good to communicate, like if, say for instance, with this highway, street, and bridge construction, if I know I'm finna enter a NACE code like that, I'm probably gonna keep my ears open for an individual who is working on the highways, streets, and bridge construction, right? So what I would do is, I probably would get, if I run into somebody who does that type of work, or if they're a contractor, I'm probably going to get their card. I wouldn't be so keen to just giving them mine. I'm going to make sure I get theirs, because he's an individual that you can bring on board and say, hey, let's go in and bid on this contract. You know what I'm saying? And if we win this contract, I give you 20% of this contract. Well, he's an individual that will come in on with you and do that. He know everything about this street, highway, and bridge construction. You know what I'm saying? So you can target people like that. Uh, Same way it is for security guards and different stuff like that. You can bring them on board. It's good to communicate with them and get that kind of information. They got a lot of stuff on here for these PSCs, the products and service codes. It's got some of everything. Justin was talking about last week about the what was it? The hardware, software, and computer and stuff like that. Well, this is where you will go to if you want to do that. If you want to provide software for the government, computers or equipment and stuff like that, then this is where you would do that at, right here in this products and service codes area. I even put on here leasing or rental of equipment for lumber, millwork, plywood, veneer. Some of everything. If the government got a project coming up and they looking for bulldozers, and if ain't no bulldozers in their area, shit, you go to the next neighboring area, and now you getting a estimate on how much they're gonna charge you for leasing a bulldozer and for how long. Boom, you shoot that estimate over there to the government with your money on top of it. The government decide they want it. Shit, you making money in between now, and that's just for leasing out equipment that you don't even own. But again, I got so many products and service codes. Carpet laying, cleaning, interior plant scapping, snow removal, which they finna need a lot of that up north. A whole bunch of different stuff on here you can add for service codes, a whole lot. But okay, right here you're gonna put in this area right here. You're gonna put who's the what person is it that's gonna be your primary POC. This is your person of contact who the government need to contact if they have any questions about something. You put your name and title there. If you got somebody else that's gonna be on there, you're gonna add a person right here, put their name and stuff on there. Most of these answers here are gonna be no. Like, does McGill Company have other plants and facilities? You're gonna click no there for that. Then you're gonna submit. Right here, this one right here for products designated by the Environmental Protection Agency and provided by McGill Company, does the percentage of recovered material consent meet the applicable EPA guidelines? If you don't know, just put vendor will provide information with specific offers to the government. You don't want to put yes or no. If you don't know, just click that. You haven't answered yes or no. But if it comes to that, then you'll add that. Most of all those answers gonna be no. All these things right here in these areas probably gonna be primarily the same for everybody. Down here too, that's gonna be no. Right here is the area where for the NAICS codes that you pick, they making sure that your company meets this particular size in order for you to be a small business. And you got to be making quite a good bit of money for you to go outside that range and not be considered a small business. Most of y'all are going to be in that range, so you're going to click yes for that. Most of these answers right here, they're going to be self-explanatory. All of them going to be no. Same way in here, you ain't going to be doing providing no maintenance and calibration of no technical information. You ain't got no scientific labs and stuff like that, so that's going to be no. This gonna be no right here, because they're talking about do you provide services up under those FARs? These FARs right here had something to do with the immediate military. However, if you were something like Northrop Grumman, Bollinger Shipyard, Tampa Bay Ship, or something like that, then that would be yes for them. But yours gonna be no. You're gonna click continue right here. This area right here is just talking about, they noticed that you have not selected some of those NAICS codes. You're gonna click save and continue. These right here, this is defense response. It's gonna be no. But when you're going through this, just go look at it page for page. It's gonna be just about the same for all that. You're gonna click here that you read, that you read and you understand the FARs and the DFARS provision. You're gonna click save and continue. It's gonna bring you over here to where this is one of the things that some of y'all may not want this, but next 2022, this is how companies get in a database to where the government is emailing you, asking you, telling you that based on what they see, you're available for financing, for financial assistance and stuff like that. You want to click yes here, where it says, does McGill Company wish to apply for a federal financial assistance project or program? Or is McGill Company currently the recipient of funding under any federal financial assistance program, project, or program? You want to click yes, because you do want, you wish to apply for federal financial assistance project or program. So you want to do that. You never know. The government may come out and say, hey, we're looking for someone to create a program for homeless people. And we have homes that we just need somebody that's going to fix them up, and we're willing to turn them over to whatever company. Boom. If you didn't have this right here, you wouldn't even get that opportunity. So you want to click that, verified and saved. These are your mandatory point of contacts. You're going to put your personal information here. It's going to bring you to this SBA supplemental page, which this part right here is very important. This part right here needs to be completed. They got something new going right now. 2 months going on 2 months ago, SBA changed the way they was doing this stuff. So now this is a little bit different now. Before now, SBA didn't have so much power over women-owned businesses, economically disadvantaged women-owned businesses, HUBZone or 8A. They didn't have so much power over it. GSA decided to turn everything over to SBA for all those verifications. And the reason for that is because 2019 going into 2020 spiked a year for so many businesses saying that they was minority owned, women owned. We had a spike that was outside of the norm. They had more people saying they had businesses than people who was working for somebody. And that was because of that damn PPP. Everybody and their mama say they had a business. So when that happened, it caused GSA to take stipulations to now where SBA is the one who's going to regulate that now. It used to be before, if you was a black-owned business or a woman-owned business, the fact that you had a business and you was woman-owned was proof enough. Now that's not proof. That's not enough now. Now you got to be certified. Now they want to make sure that when you go in here, which we're going to go into this next week on the certifications, they got I was on the phone with this lady. We was on the phone about 2 hours. She was going through showing me some of the changes that they got and the stipulations and what they want. Most of it is real easy. They just want you to send in documents. That's fine. But for the women-owned small businesses, the economically disadvantaged women-owned small businesses, they're gonna be pretty easy. The only one that's gonna be pretty hard, not hard, the only one that's gonna be long, which take a month to, I want to say the SBA saying 3 months. 1 to 3 months is going to be the 8A joint venture program. Everything else going to be self-certified. Women-owned small business, economically disadvantaged women-owned small business, veteran-owned business, disabled veteran-owned business, and HUBZone. But 8A going to be the only one that's going to be in that division by itself. The rest of them are self-certified. So they're going to be pretty easy.
How long will the 8A certification, if it takes that long to get certified, how long will it stay open? Will it expire?
Yeah, you only
like Sam?
Yeah, you only can run it for so long. I think you only get hey Ed.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's the new stipulation on how long you can use that 8A for?
That's about from 3 to 5 years, I believe.
I think it run up to 6 years, don't it? Oh no, you expire before your 6 year.
Correct. So it's like 3 to 5, and then once it's done, it's done.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. You said when it's done, it's done. What? Will we have to go through this entire process again after 5 years?
Nah, you
No,
can't, no, a business can't keep using 8A.
no. So it's best to go ahead and partner with a business that are already established. So when it's your time, when that business is getting ready to end, you can go ahead and start applying for your cert.
You can apply for your own 8A.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the 8A is a program. It ain't nothing that you
Okay.
can. Yeah, it's not anything that's gonna be like the women-owned small business or the economically disadvantaged small business. It ain't nothing like that. You know. But what, like Ed was saying, say for instance, you and your husband, y'all have two separate companies. All right. If you know y'all gonna be partnering up doing business like you was when they was doing the casino, then you would want to, I would only let one of my companies be 8A at a time. That way I can get me a 10-year run versus both companies being certified as AA at the same time, and we only got 5-year run. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's
So
why-
once we do our 5-year run, we should be well established enough to continue to get the big contracts after the 5 years.
You're gonna be able to get big contracts. The 8A ain't gonna keep you from getting big contracts. The thing about it is, they got a lot of programs. I mean, a lot of set aside contracts that's for 8A. But don't think because you're not 8A, you won't get that contract. If ain't nobody came up that is 8A and you done bid it on it, they finna adjust that contract for that company. That's under the FAR.
So with the self-certified programs, we can go ahead and do that now. Minority, women owned.
Right. Once you get in SAMs, once you become active in SAMs, that's why we want to try to get everybody in SAMs out the way real quick, so that while okay, for this what we're trying to push for. This week right here, if we want everybody to have already submitted their SAMs this week that we going into, because next week all we're gonna be doing is concentrating on educating everybody on how to find the contracts, where to look for the contracts while we waiting on SAMs. SAMs take up to 10 days. See? So if everybody got their SAMs already in, then we don't have to worry about that, because the certifications, that's the easy part. I mean, it's gonna be easy to go through that. That's a run through. The difficult part, not difficult, but the part that you want to become conscious of is where to go to look for the contracts. You want to be familiar with the sites, where they at, what information is on this particular site. Well, you want to, that's your tools. You see what I'm saying? You want to have that. So that's what we want to spend all next week on, just going through that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the SAMs, that's why I wanted to do this SAMs page per page, so that people can go and look at this and they can get, boom, SAM is out the way. They got registered with SAM. They're waiting on it to come back. While we're waiting on it to come back, everybody is going through the course. And at the end of that course is where all the bread and butter at. That's where all the good stuff at. I'm going to show you a little bit of that in a few minutes. But yeah, so the dynamic small business search. This is where the government purchased. This is the Bible for the government. The DSBS, which is the Dynamic Small Business Searching Tool. This is what they consider to be Google for them. They're gonna go there to look for your business information. Wherever it comes up, that's what they're gonna be going to. So that's why this is important right here. Right here in this area right here, you see where it say register or update the and I got it in red right here. Be sure to click register or update SBA profile. right here. You want to click that, because you clicking this is what's gonna take your business to this area right here. This DS the dynamic small business search. You clicking that is what's gonna put you in here. If you look right here, it says let me see. It says government contracting purchasing officials use DSBS in their market search to find viable small businesses for their contracting needs. See that right there? DSBS collects and provides supplemental information about your company, including past work performance, if you have any, client referrals, if you have any of them, and detailed capability statements. Notice where it says detailed capability statements. Information that could reduce the selection process time. Last week we were talking about, you know, if I was a contractor and I seen certain things that did not have that capability narrative in there, then I look past that company because it doesn't give me the information that I need about that company. Federal prime contractors also use the DSBS to find small businesses to include in their subcontracting plans. So if you got a subprime contractor who is like Lockheed Martin, they get $400 billion in contracts, which equals out to say 12,000 contracts. They finna go to DSBS and look for contractors from that DSBS, and they finna email them people and say, hey, we just got a contract, blah, blah, blah. Would you be willing to join our team, you know, in bidding on some opportunities for your small business? That's where they're going to. This is their Bible. See, if they want to go somewhere and find anything, this is where they're going. So you want to make sure that you click that button right there to register your information in with them, and it's going to take you to, you know, it's going to take you to this screen right here, and you're going to put your information in. You know, most of it, when it pulls up, it's going to already have your company information in there. Let me see. Yeah, see, when it pulls up, when you click this button here, you right here say I want, then you just leave it, it's already in the left. But you're gonna click to go to the next area. Next, it's gonna already have your information from Sam's already in here. It's just waiting on you to go in and put other little stuff in. Okay, if you notice, it got a lot of NAICS codes and stuff right in here about the business. This area right here, which is your keywords, you want to put keywords in there, you know, as many as you can. If you can, you want to put all type of keywords for different things that you do. The keywords is because, say for instance, I'm a government contractor and I'm looking for 100 people to go work over in New Orleans cleaning up. Those people that I'm looking for, I'm gonna put in a keyword like labor, or I'm gonna put in help or temporary. Those are keywords that I'm gonna put in. So if I type in those keywords, whoever has those keywords in their profile with the SBA, then their companies are gonna be the ones that's coming up in that database. See what I'm saying? So for whatever you do, make sure you put you some keywords in there for everything that you do. You know, switch them around. It don't have to be the exact same thing that you do, but you know, for janitorial, you may put cleaning. I think I got cleaning on there. You want to make sure you got that because he may put cleaning on there. You know, so yeah, that's important right there. The keywords. Then you're gonna put the certifier's name, which is gonna be your name, all that. You're gonna do that. If you got a website, you'll put that. If not, you're gonna click next. Then right here is gonna come up this information right here that you see where it say Hub Zone certified, 8A joint venture certified, all that kind of stuff. That's gonna say no because you ain't even registered in SAMS yet. Once you get registered in SAMS, then you can come back to the SBA, who also monitors this site, their site. Once they approve you or certify you as the end of this, all that's gonna change into yes or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Then you're gonna put the principal owners of the company, their title. You won't have any certification, so you don't need to put that in there. You're gonna click next. Once you click next, it's gonna bring you back over to this screen. You're gonna go back to this screen right here, and you're gonna click save and continue. when you click save and continue, that automatically submits your takes you to where you can submit for your sounds. It's going to ask you to go in and do your review. You review and make sure everything is correct. Hit submit. It's going to let you know your registration was submitted. Confirm. See, and at that point you can go back to what they call it. They call this the workshop page right here, and you'll be able to see that your DUNS was submitted for all awards. That's what you're looking for, because you're trying to bid for all awards. That's everything for the SAMs. You know, step by step. Everybody should be to that point right now. Got a couple of people that got to get their DUNS done. We're gonna get that for everybody who may have had trouble with their DUNS or got an issue or whatever. I know of a couple. We're gonna get that done this weekend, so that Monday you can go ahead and start getting ready to put in for SAMs. Now, let me go over to this right here right quick. This is important. This is of the course. You actually, for everybody that's everybody that's attending, they want to make sure that they enroll in that course, and go ahead and start doing the course. At the end of the course, this is what's at the end of the course. It's an information package that I put together. This is where all your bread and butter at. I'm gonna briefly go through this, but when you go through that course, this is at the end of the course. You want to get to this part right here, especially after you get that SAMs done, because for that week, this is what we're gonna be going through. You know, for this information. I did this with Montana because it was a little bit easier, and that's where I was at during the time with this business. But it's gonna go over a little basic information from the course about government contracting and if it's right for you, what are the set asides and all that. It's gonna cover a lot of stuff that you done already went over during the course. So a lot of this stuff you're gonna already know. It's gonna go in and show you how to identify opportunities and all that kind of stuff. We done went over what the government buying. You know, they buy some of everything. They doing some of everything. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of that. And they, you know, go in and give you a little information about selling to the government. Unlike selling to anybody else, they spend a lot of money getting what they want. Hopefully everybody done seen this movie already, War Dogs. A lot done changed since then. A few years ago, when them guys was doing this, when them guys was doing their thing. But it's a lesson to learn in this particular movie about what not to do, and then what to do, how to do your research, making sure you know. Research is a lot easier now. I think the FBO, Federal Bid Opportunity, when it was up on the CCR, it was a lot more convenient for us to be able to learn from than it is now. It's harder now. But you want to go through this thing right here. I'm gonna speed through this right here. But again, this is at the end of that course. This is getting registered with Dun & Bradstreet, which everybody should be almost past that. Talk about your NACE code, your product service code, what we just went over for this doing the SAMs. This by doing a NACE search. Just the PC product service code search. Okay. I don't need that. This is going into the SAMs. Most of this right here, this is where we just left off at from over there. Talks about the DSBS. You're gonna see that a lot. Okay. Right here, some changes. I put this in here because some people who have done SAMs before, when they go to the way it is now, it's like a whole new thing for them. It's like, you know, and it is, you know, it's some shit that you gotta really just try to work on and study to get around to it. It's a lot harder now. Before, it had a lot of pictures. No, we African Americans, we like pictures, so we got a lot of pictures in there. We like to You know, we get engaged. This stuff now, it don't have a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures was in it before that helped us understood what we probably did not understand when we was reading. They don't have that now, so it's a lot more different now. A lot of stuff is different. You know, they changed up a lot of stuff, even the way they did in the calendars. All this stuff right here is different. All these pictures and stuff they had before, man, I used to run through that. You know, going through all this stuff, because if it's something that I did not understand, I can look at certain pictures, or they had certain videos that would actually tell you what you're looking at. They don't have none of that now, you know. But yeah, these are some of the changes and stuff that they made back then versus what they got right now. GSA took over. They put a lot of different stuff in perspective, made it a lot less interesting for a lot of people. A lot of people just say, man, bump that, I ain't finna go through all that. You know what I'm saying? But the money that they have available is hidden right here in what don't have no pictures. All the information that we need is right here. This is the legacy website one-stop shop. This is what GSA was trying to do versus back when Keanu, when y'all was doing y'all thing back there with the casino. The government contracting now was based on these 7 departments right here. You had to go to each one of them differently to do different things. If you wanted to know this, you got to go there. Now everything is right in one spot. Beta Sam has everything, and that's what GSA wanted to do. They wanted to keep people from going to federal bid opportunities, go look for contracts. They wanted to keep people from actually going to rate determination on WOL, when they can just go right there to one spot, which it did make it better. You know what I'm saying? We can go right there to Beta Sam. Anything we're looking for, boom, we able to find it. Versus before, you had to know the other sites or whatever to go to. So that's better for us. Shit, right now I'm feeling just like this, baby. Okay, this right here goes into the research part. It's just telling you to go in and do your research and stuff like that. How to go about fitting that government contract into your marketing strategy. Being able to go in and get business done with them. You know what I'm saying? Main thing is those NAICS codes and that capability statement. Your NAICS code and your capability statement is going to really be your bread and butter for these government contracts. These are different sites right here where you can go to, which is going to be the U.S. spending, where you can go and see what the government finna spend their money at. This is the FPDS. This is where a lot of the government contractors go to find contracts that are small contracts. They go and put the information there for individuals like us who looking to do smaller contracts. They got Beta Sam, which is the contracting opportunity, and you got Fed Connect. It's good to get in with Fed Connect, but that's the acquisition for Grant Portal right there. Again, y'all gonna have this. This is available at the end of your course, and then you can. And I got it where you can. I called them and had them to make sure that they put it where you can download this, because it wasn't for you to download this PDF format. But this is the government spending. It goes in and it tells you by month, quarter, whatever, how much money they got, where it's finna be spent at, what area it's finna be spent, so you can know where to target at, you know. And then you can type in what industry you're in to see how much money went there, who got the money, what contractors has the money, gonna give you their email addresses, all that kind of stuff. This right here is all other government spending. You can look for it by state, county, all that. Okay, this is the FPDS system. This is the government's Google. Whatever you want to find in contracts, this is where you're gonna be going. So we was on that last week. So you want to remember this right here. That's the FPDS system. We'll go look at some contracts in a minute, but I'm pointing out areas that you want to look at. When you first go on here, you're gonna see contracts from years ago. You want to come here and you want to click date signed. Date signed brings it up to date to show you the contracts that are available right now, real time. This beta SAM where you're gonna go for contract opportunities, you know, all that. You're gonna be logging in with your SAMs. Whenever you get ready to do any of this stuff, you gotta log in with your SAMs first. You can come here, go in and look for awards. You can look for them by time. You can look for them by area. You're part of the area that, you know, state or city or whatever that you're looking for, gonna be in there. That's the same thing. That's beta SAM. This is the Fed Connect. This the acquisition and the grant portal right here, where you can get all this stuff right here. You can click on, you can go to them and get registered with them as well. It's good to get registered with them. You can go there in your state, you know, like I said, I put Montana on here, but you can go in your state and look for different vendor resources. They're gonna be able to show you that. Other contractors who've already gotten contracts with the state that may be looking for subcontractors, you can go for that. This right here, this part right here is important too. You want to be focused on the areas that you want to target. If you're in the janitorial, you want to get focused. Say, hey, okay, I'm looking for me some janitorial contracts. You're gonna focus on that. I don't tell people to go after no $1 million contracts and stuff like that, because it's a lot of money in these small contracts that's paying $25,000, $75,000, $150,000. Hell, the big contractors, they don't want that shit. It's just sitting out there. You're gonna see contracts out there from years ago that nobody even picked up yet. They still trying to get somebody to do it. The big contractors don't want them. You know, it ain't worth their time. It's worth mine. You know, so you're looking for them. You want those small opportunities. I'm gonna show you, for example, I'm gonna show you how a small contract can turn into a big contract, because that $10,000 one location turned into 15 locations that he agreed to do, that turned to 150,000. You want to consider subcontracting or finding a small business partner to team up with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us going to be finding subcontractors, which are contractors that's already out there doing business, that looking for more work. Shit, boom, we go find it. Partner up with them, let them do the work. We make a little money off the side. While they doing the work, we automatically bidding on another job for them to do. You know, so puts you in a position to be a general contractor then for the government. It just this right here goes in and tell you about, you know, federal, state, and local, you know, contracts and how they, you know, how they doing with their business proposals and stuff like that. You can go to your local chamber of commerce and you can find a lot of that information out right there. This right here is the dynamic small business search, where we were going over a little while ago over in the SAM registration. You're gonna be able to see this. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this because y'all gonna be going through this stuff right here. This area right here, we was on there last week when I was telling you about if I was a government contractor and I'm gonna be going here looking for people to do business with. If I see they don't have anything in their capability narrative, then 9 times out of 10 I'm not even finna contact them. See, because that automatically tells me that there's nothing in that profile that tells me what they do. See, so if I was a contractor, a contract that I'm finna try to get out and I want to get it out ASAP, the person that's up here at number 1, that's the person I'm finna contact. He probably gonna be the one that's gonna get the contract, because he's the only one that I contacted. See, most of them gonna think the same way. So you want to make sure you got your profile built out. This right here is just to help you understand the set asides. You know, this 23% right here is set aside for, you know, all government contracts are set aside for 23% of that money got to go out to small businesses. Small disadvantaged business get 5% of that contract. Women-owned business get 5%. Service disabled veteran-owned businesses get 3%. Hubs on get 3%. 8A1 ain't included in this right here. But these are the set asides for this part right here. This right here goes in and give you a little information about, you know, these set asides. You want to know about these set asides. Um, these are your this right here just tells you about doing your homework, contracting your procurement officer. You know, building a relationship with them. That's important. You see we're gonna go on one in a few minutes, but if you see a procurement officer that awarded a contract or gave a contract to a person, shit, you want to get their information. If you do the same work they do, you know, send them your information. They may have something in your area. Even if they ain't nothing in your area, they may ask you, hey, you want to get it, you can sub it out. Find somebody to do it. Right now, we can't find nobody. So there you go. You'll be able to get that contract. This the matchmaking. You ain't got to worry about too much of that. But looking for subcontract contracting opportunities, getting help with the experts, which is the PTAC. GSA, they do help them if they ever answer the phone. But going through this course, you won't really need them. You already know all your shit that you need to know. That's networking in the community, using the government wide purchasing vehicles, which is your GSA multiple award schedules, where they're gonna let you know about awards that's when you get ready to go out. They got a market where you can market your goods and services. All that's through SBA. That's who it is. Oh, yeah. This is what's important for them. The SBA profile, that capability briefing, is the two most important things that you're gonna have that's of interest to those government contracts, to your customers. So those are the things you want to concentrate on. You ain't got to really worry about this stuff right here. But again, yeah, these things, right? You want to finish that course so that you can, you know, make sure you get, you know, that done so that we can be moving on to, you know, to the other areas that we need to move on to. Let me get let me find this right here. Hold on. Okay. Ed, can you see this screen?
Yes.
Okay. It's on the SBA, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. All right. So, again, this right here, the dynamic small business search. This is where the government contractor is going to be going to. If you read this right up in here, this area right up in here, the last sentence in this paragraph says the SBA strongly recommends that contracting officers diligently review a bidder's small business self-certification before awarding a contract. So those contractors are going to come right here and they're going to put in what they're looking for. So if they have a contract that's for women-owned small businesses and it's set aside for just that, then they're going to come here and they're going to click right there, require active certifications only. None of the other stuff may not be required. And then they're gonna come here. If they're looking for, if it's the ownership area, if they're looking for that, if it's self-certified women-owned business or something like that, you know, then they'll click that too. But most of them will leave that clear if they know that for specifically they're looking for women-owned small businesses. And then they'll come down here and they'll put in, if they're looking for one particular company, or they'll put this information in right here. But up here, they'll go to, say, I'm gonna say Florida. And then they'll search these criteria. Alright, so so right now I'm seeing in the state of Florida, I'm seeing 174 profiles. So I'm looking at 1 to 25 of their 174 right now. That's certified by SBA as a woman-owned small business. We know it got to be way more than 174 companies in Florida that's considered to be women-owned small businesses. Way more than that. But legally, the IRS does not consider them to be women-owned businesses. I mean, the SBA does not consider them to be women-owned small businesses if they're not certified by SBA. So a lot of people in Florida, women-owned businesses that think their business is women-owned, they really not certified. That's what matters, especially if you're trying to get some government contracts. See, okay. So a government contractor is going to come here and they're going to look at this area. If you look at these right here, these companies that don't have a capability narrative right here, they probably going to pass them up. You know, they probably ain't going to even look at them, period. Right here, this company is saying AD Mortgage Corporation. The AD Mortgage Corporation said we are full service general contractors, construction managers with 28 years experience of constructing all type of facilities or whatever. You know, so what they'll do is, depending on what you're looking for, they'll click on this company, and this company is going to pop up and give me a little bit more information about what they do in detail, me as a contractor. Here, I'm going to be able to go here and I'm going to see their email address. I can click here and see their web address. I can go here and click on that. Right here where it says subcontractor zone, I click on this and see what he got available right here. Documents for pre-qualification. Now, this right here will be opportunity zone for me. When I see a website or a company that has a subcontractor zone right there, then I'm gonna go ahead on and send them my information, because what he's just asking for is he's asking for people to sub with him if he win contracts. See, so I can actually get people to work with him. We go to their about. It gives us a little bit of information about their company. This is the owner. She's giving a little bit of information about her. Again, this is what these contractors are gonna be doing. They're gonna look at your website, see how your website is, look at your addresses, phone numbers, see if they the same that's on your capability statement. You know, they'll do that. This company got a few projects that they done been on. You see companies that done got this kind of work in, they're gonna be somebody that you want to send your information to, because at any given time he may be looking for subcontractors. Boom, you can jump in on that. You know, they done been building jail, correctional institution, and everything. You know, so they've been doing a little work. But we go back over here. We see that they accept the P card. No, they don't. They don't accept the P card. So if I was a contractor who's looking to do business with somebody for less than $25,000, then I won't even consider him. He don't accept government credit cards, and that's how I pay. I pay with a P card, which is a government purchase card. So I wouldn't even go to him. I'm going to go to somebody else now, because he's bigger than what I'm looking to be doing business with. He's on the wire transfers, for the big companies like on Sam's. So a small contract, he wouldn't even be able to get that. I wouldn't even contact him. Now, right here where it says the women-owned business, right here, it's saying pending for her. Women-owned small business pending. So she's not certified yet, but it's pending. So if my contract was set aside for woman-owned business, then she wouldn't get it. This company wouldn't get it because it's still showing pending. See? So I go back to the profile list. I go find somebody else. See? But again, I'm gonna only be looking for somebody right now. Let me see. Now this person right here, this company say that they hubs on economic disadvantaged women-owned business. Well, see, just because they say it right here in this capability statement don't mean that they are. We got to go and see what the SBA say. Now this company do accept government credit cards. They got yes right here. They do have GSA Advantage contracts. They got the number right there for that. That's the link for that. They are women-owned small business certified. They not certified as a economic disadvantaged women-owned business though. That's no over here, which in their capability statement on the prior screen said that they was. And they could be. They just need to make sure that they get SBA to update this information. And human beings also. See all these NACE codes this person got? He do all kind of stuff. So you want your stuff to be like that too. To be able to do all kind of different stuff, that way if it come available you can do that. They got contact names here. Oh, these are some of their past performances that they done had. That was close to a $500,000 contract, close to 70,000, almost 55,000. Here's a contract that they did in 2019 for 1.6 million. That's the one for 75, right at 75,000. They had a big contract here for 6.2 million that they worked on. Yeah, they done did quite a few contracts. But again, that's what the government gonna be doing. They're gonna go there and look for these. This is where they're gonna go and look for your companies at to do business with. That's for that. Okay. I'm gonna go about another 15 more minutes. Okay. So right here, temporary help. Remember I was saying before, you want to go, if you want to see it up to date, you want to make sure you click date sign right here. This is how you're able to see what's right now. See? Okay. Just because you see an action obligation that says 0 doesn't mean that contract there wasn't no money in that contract. You got to click where it says view right here. When you click view, it's going to open up that contract. And then you'll be able to see that this contract, based on all option value, the total value for this contract was $26,000. Let's see what they was looking for. Modifications to add work within scope. So yeah, they just looking for temporary work. They was looking for temporary help workers to go and work on a particular job. So and that was only one offer received. So that person, they just gave this contract to that person. It wasn't nothing that was bidded on, or multiple people had to bid on it. So he just got that contract. When that stuff come up, on here, you want to respond, email that person right there. Send them your capability statement. Send over that procurement identifier. Let them know that you're interested in that particular post, that particular offer, and they're gonna respond quick. Say, hey, you accepted. We ready to cut a contract now. Something like that is easy as getting workers. And this is how you get over here to this, where we just came from. You come here, which is the Federal Procurement Data System. You come here and you just put your you can put NAICS codes up in here. You can put anything, painting. Again, like I was telling you, when it comes up, it's gonna show you even back there. You just gotta click date signed so that you can get them up to date. That's the U.S. Embassy right there, so that's gonna be a contract for our overseas hardware manufacturing. That's a $15,000 contract. Let me go back. I think I seen one right here. Yeah, here go one that's painting and wall covering contract that they looking for. Centerfall. That's a $14,000 contract. These contracts are contracts that they just give you. I mean, people just walk and get them. You ain't walking and get them. You once you know that they're available, you know you contacting them and accept the offer. 9 times out of 10, one person got this problem. Two people, only 2 offers were made. One of them got it. You know, at that time, you're a 50% chance on getting the contract. But again, yeah. So you want to go through the SAMs, making sure that you get all your information input, so that when SBA does this profile for you, your profile, you know, looks somewhat similar to this person's profile without these what do you call it, past performances. You know, you won't have any of that, and it's no big deal for that with government contractors. It's the law says they got to give you a try. So when you put in for those contracts. But anybody got any questions? Ed.
Yes, sir.
I need to unmute. Don't I need to unmute something so people, if anybody needs to ask any question?
Yeah, that or they can do *6 if they're doing it on phone. So those who want to do it, they can just go ahead and speak.
Oh, okay, they can do it now.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know much about this Zoom, but
Yeah. It's all right.
I had a quick question about the renewal of the applications, because the process is very long. I know the initial process, whenever you have to renew every year, is it going through every step again, or is it just updating stuff for like the DUNS and the SAMs?
Oh, you're talking about for the SAM? Yeah. No, you're just gonna what's gonna happen is it's gonna bring you back to
The registration page.
yeah, it's gonna bring you back to that page, and then if you have any changes, you're gonna make those changes to whatever area. But you can go all the way down to the bottom and then just resubmit. But you're gonna go through and verify, like wherever you have to verify, you go through those little areas. Like say for instance,
Name.
yeah, you don't have to do the IRS part. You don't have to do that anymore. But if you have any POCs, like personal contacts, it's gonna ask you to verify that, make sure nothing has changed there. All you're doing is going through the verification part. You know,
Correct.
for each section, you're just gonna hit submit.
Save and continue.
Yeah, save and continue, save and continue, save and continue. You ain't gotta go through all those steps like you did when you first got the SAM set up. You don't have to worry about that. It's pretty easy from that point on.
Sure. So anybody else?
Anybody else got any questions? Let me see. Oh yeah, if you can, we want everybody to try to go ahead on and finish that
Unless,
yeah, finish that course up so we can go ahead and move forward. Uh, um, got a couple of people that's got duns that need to be dead, uh, and then they can move toward the SAM. But long as you're using that, long as you use that SAM thing that I gave you, just gonna push you through SAM real quick. You know, um, follow that right there. Everybody be good. So next week, um, we'll be going into um, more of this right here. You know, but you will be already just go through that thing, the PDF format at the end of that course. Just go through there. It's links on those sites. Click on those links. Go to them. Just play around with it so you get familiar with what's there. You know, so that next week when we go ready to go into this stuff, we're gonna actually, go in and look for some contracts and um, that way everybody be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? And then the following week, everybody's SAM should be on came back, and we can move toward the certifications. Yeah, and then the last week, sure, everybody be able to go ahead and start putting in on some contracts. Then be money time, especially for November. Yeah.
Is the course in one of our, it must be in one of the first few emails we received, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take a look.
But I sent everybody. New. I sent everybody new coupon codes.
I did see that. I did receive that.
Yeah. Let me
I
see.
didn't quite go ahead.
Hey Ed, can you see this screen right here?
yeah,
Is that for that course? No.
that's
Hold
the
on.
SBA.
Oh no. Okay, I gotta show you this one then.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah. This is where the course is at right here. Um. But so what you want to do is, because they don't took this stuff up now, which that's why I sent everybody our new coupon codes. Okay. Yeah. So this course, but I think when y'all come here, y'all won't be on this part. Let me go back and see when you first log in on the home part. Yeah, it'll be right here when you first log in on there from the home page. But you gotta scroll down to this one right here.
great.
Yeah, you're gonna scroll down this one right here with these people with that hard hat on there. You're gonna click on that. And then once you click on that, then you're gonna come here and you're gonna enroll in that course. And when you enroll in the course, when you click enroll in the course, it's gonna take you to this screen as if you're going to pay. But you're not. You're gonna put that coupon code in, the one that I emailed you. When you get right here, you put that coupon. Click where it say add coupon code. Put the coupon code in there. Click apply. Boom, it's gonna open up. But and then it's gonna ask you for create your email account, and all that, your name and stuff like that. And then but you won't even get to this part here where it's talking about putting in this what it,
Credit card.
yeah, you won't even get to none of that kind of stuff there because you're gonna have the coupon code. The coupon code gonna automatically put you in for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then but yeah, the course is, you're probably gonna laugh with some of the stuff because I'm a very jokative type of guy with some of the stuff I put in there, but some of the stuff I say jokingly, I do it because it'll make you remember it more. But yeah, so that's where you want to go to for that. But anybody got any more questions? But anyway, when you go through the course and the last part of that course, where we was going through earlier, it's right there. It's gonna explain a whole lot of stuff to you. So the next time we come on here, everybody gonna be more familiar with what we what I'm talking about, as well as some of the stuff that's going on there. So, yeah. Yeah. So we ain't got no more questions.
I don't.
All right then. We'll see y'all next
I
time.
have a question.
Okay.
So the only thing that we're supposed to have right now is our DUNS and our we're supposed to be set up in SAMs, right?
Well, yeah, you want to be getting ready. You want to be getting set up in Sam's now. You know, going into next week, you want to be getting into Sam's.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you get that Sam thing in your email? Who is that, Brittany?
I did. Yeah, I'm already set up. That's why I didn't know if you had it.
Oh yeah, you is in Sam. Okay, yeah. So, like, some people are already set up in Sam's, but so what we're gonna be doing is, like, next week, y'all gonna be able to move a little bit farther ahead than the rest of us because you're already in Sam's. So you're gonna be getting ready to go do your certification. But I'm not gonna hold anybody up who already have their Sam's. The only thing we was waiting on was the instructions on the
Process.
processing. Yeah, the new processing that they have for the certification. Jennifer, well, Wallace is working on Jennifer's stuff again to get hers done. Roshonda finna get ready to get hers done. Who else finna get theirs done? Melinda finna get hers done. Oh, Ed, you finna get your cert done
Yeah.
for your nonprofit. But it's quite a few people finna get their stuff done. But so we're still gonna be on schedule for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go ahead and get their sales done next week. Then we're still gonna be on schedule next week to go ahead and start doing this with these contracts. Go ahead and want to make sure everybody who don't have their capability statement, that they do know how to do their capability statement. If they need any help with getting their capability statement, they can hit me up. I can walk them through that. It's perfectly fine to get sample, other capability statements that may be companies similar to yours that you can replicate your capability statements off of.
Do you and you're gonna send us the capability statement?
I sent the email out a while back for a capability statement.
Okay, I'll double check.
Yeah, I sent one out. I sent a sample out. Then I sent a Word format out too that they can type in and make their changes to as well.
Okay.
Yep. So, anybody else got any more questions? All right, now I need y'all to go ahead and do that course and get to that last part so that you're familiar with, because next week we're gonna be moving kind of fast. At least I want everybody to at least be on the same page as to knowing what we like. When I go somewhere, they automatically familiar with it. Where I'm going, they automatically familiar with what's there. What we looking for. So got a week for that. It don't take long. Even if you got to jump all the way down to the last part of that course to go through the PDF format, that's gonna be the bread and butter right there. You can always jump back in the course part whenever you get ready, but we want you to do that part. Yeah.
Thank you. Good night, all.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Everybody be safe.
I have one. Well, never mind.
Okay.
Good night.
What's up, Rick?
Okay, so you said that they start rolling out new contracts in November, right?
Right.
We'll still be taking this course in November. So how does that work?
Oh no, this course end on October 31st.
Oh, I thought it said 9 weeks. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we pulling everything into one now. We
Okay.
was gonna go 90 days. Remember, we was gonna go 90 days before, and I was like, nah, we need to push everything up into 30 days. So that's why I was doing this SAMS, so that we saving a lot of time by me doing this SAMS and went and did it page for page. we cut down on a couple of weeks by me doing that because you able to go ahead and do that, Sam's, by looking at that within an hour versus waiting on the procurement officer in your area to set you an appointment for you to come in and he help you do it, which may take shit. I don't know. Hell, it could be a week. He can tell you, hey, you got to make an appointment and we can get to you next week. Shit, next week we'll do something else. So that's why I did this so we can move faster.
Okay, got you.
Plus, you gonna know how to do your sound. You know how much people try to do your sound?
You told us last week. I mean, I was trying to do another one today, but I don't have my computer with me, so I'm gonna wait and do it. I'm just gonna wait and do it when I get home.
Yeah, that Sam, that step by step, it's gonna when you get on there, you're gonna be like, oh man, you can walk through that, you know. But Sam in itself is, man, we pay Wallace $500 every time we get ready to do a Sam, don't they, Ed?
Yep.
And then Chip Ellis charge you $3,500 to do your Sam. And he do more sound registration than anybody in the country.
Oh wow.
He gonna charge you $3,500 to do your sound. $3,500. Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Monet?
Yeah. I'm gonna need help with that sound.
Okay, I got you. What's up, girl?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Ed,
Yeah.
you gotta befriend Monet. She in the same business you in.
All right.
If anybody out here need their credit done,
Okay.
Monet and Ed is the one they all need to contact for that credit. They beat with that shit. I'm telling you. For real. They a lot better than I was when I was doing it. Huh?
I say me, I'm the collection killer.
Yeah. They're a lot better
What?
than I was.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a collection killer.
So
Okay, we have to hook up.
All right.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. So everybody have a good weekend. Do we got any more questions? I think. Well, anyway, everybody have a good weekend. Let me see.
Hey, Monet, I just had text you my phone number.
All right, you can text me.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah. If anybody have any questions or whatever, you probably have to hit me up on my cell or something. You know, if you have any more questions after that. But hold on, somebody. Hey, Miss Saunders, is Miss Saunders still available? She may not be. I get with. I'm gonna hit her up. I need to check and make sure she was all right with her stuff too. Yeah. But anyway, okay. Everybody, have a good weekend. Be safe. Ed, I guess I don't know how to. Let me
All
see.
right. All right.
Huh?
So when we just hit that record button, then a button to stop it. Hit the button to stop it, and then go ahead and start the process. Huh?
Okay. I can see people up there.
Yeah.
I couldn't see nobody with the screen sharing up there.
Yeah. No, you couldn't.
How you doing, Miss Tatiana? Yeah, I can see everybody on there. Okay, cool. But anyway, all right, everybody have a good weekend. Be safe out there.
I will cut this off.
All right. All right, Twan.
Okay, Ed. All right, man.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Have a good
All right.
night.
You
All
too,
right, you
bye-bye.
too.